Big Cash off select John Deere tractors, from the 1 family to 150 horsepower utility tractors. Plus, get $1,500 off new 1 family tractors when you buy 2 implements. Offer ends October 31st, 2014, subject to approved credit on John Deere financial installment plan. Some restrictions apply. See your participating dealer for details.
Visit your local John Deere dealer today to take advantage of special savings going on now. Find out more at myjohndeeredealer.com.
When Alaska hunters get their moose or caribou, deer or sheep, they face a number of choices. The smart ones bring their meat to Herb Ekman at Alaska Sausage.
We have been processing game for Alaskans since 1963. I am very proud of the products we make.
Alaska Sausage makes wonderful breakfast sausage, Polish sausage, summer sausage, and the old favorites, moose-a-roni and wieners, plus their famous hunter sticks, pepper sticks, or teriyaki sticks.
And each month we have some great specials like our classic pastrami. Our specials are always very popular. And a superior product starts with superior meat. That's why Alaska Sausage only accepts good, clean game meat that has been well cared for before it gets to us.
You know, there's a lot of hard work involved in bringing back your moose or caribou or sheep, a lot of hard work. So it only makes sense to take it where you'll get the best sausage and meat. Alaska Sausage, near the corner of Arctic and Benson. And our Valley customers can drop their clean boneless meat at Smoked Alaska Seafoods, where Alaska Sausage will pick it up and complete your order.
Just tell them Herb sent you.
Is it already time for your kindergartner to start learning reading, writing, and arithmetic? Would you like them to also learn science, history, and geography? Let's mix in the fun of music, art, and learning through play. Anchor Lutheran School offers this and much more in a class of no more than 22 students. Kindergarten through junior high enrolling now. Anchor Lutheran School on Arkville, just north of Diamond. Visit alsalaska.org or call 522-3636 to learn more.
When Malarkey Mark Begich ran for U.S. Senator, he made a lot of claims about his record as Anchorage mayor. Begich knew the truth to light before the election. But now, history has caught up with Malarkey Mark. Under Begich, Anchorage taxes went up 27%. Under Begich, the city budget ballooned, a $142 million increase in spending. Under Begich, the city was saddled with unprecedented 5-year union contracts. Under Begich, a deficit of over $20 million was left for the next mayor to deal with. Begich left Anchorage in serious trouble. Alaska's Energy, America's Values paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. It's time to replace Malarkey Mark with U.S. Senator Dan Sullivan. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. EnergyandValues.com.
Why is A&A the Shop Alaska's independent Subaru specialist? How is it they've been voted the best shop in Anchorage not once but 6 times? Well, it's pretty simple. They offer the best warranty in the business. If they work on your Subaru, you're going to get a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on both parts and labor. That's unheard of. A&A the Shop deals exclusively with Subarus, and they also offer $35 oil changes. All their technicians are ASE certified. Call A&A the Shop for an appointment. 562-3919 in Anchorage and 696-2096 in Eagle River. Are you ready? Dan Fagan and Glen Biegel are here. They're gonna tear it up, rip it down, and shoot it straight. Fagan and Biegel in the morning on Hot Talk, KOAN. And now, Fagan and Biegel.
All right, here we go. 6 in the morning, 6:06 to be exact. That's Alaska Standard Time. We're now on the second day of the work week, Tuesday, September 9th, 2014. I'm Dan Fagan. There's Glen Biegel right over there wearing a green shirt, very nice, button down.
Yeah.
And Bonnie has some green.
Check.
Bonnie has this black sweater with a green shirt on.
Yeah.
Everybody's Irish. What do you got on there, Brian? You got any green on? No?
It's not March, but that's okay.
My father, who was born on St. Patrick's Day, that's how Irish he is.
Wow.
Yeah, and he died on Easter Sunday. That's how religious he was.
Nice.
It was such a big deal to wear green on St. Patrick's Day. And for his son to leave the house on St. Patrick's Day without some green on, that was the equivalent of, I might as well just gone out and done cocaine.
Did he ever pinch you?
No, but I just couldn't leave the house.
Now, did you test his authority by leaving the house without green on?
No, I didn't mind wearing green.
Okay.
I was proud of my heritage. I'm proud of my people.
So you're Irish?
What is the issue with green? Let's see. There's the 4-leaf clover and...
Well, it's just a tradition. On St. Patrick's Day, you wear green.
Uh-huh.
And get drunk?
No, some do.
On green beer.
I was a kid, so I don't think my dad wanted me to wear green and go out and get drunk. But
right.
He did make me, my first day to first grade, wear a tie that said, "I'm proud I'm Irish."
To first grade, huh?
First grade.
A tie?
Cute.
A tie.
Wow.
Could you read it?
It was
Did you know what it said?
It was a Catholic school, so we had to wear ties anyway.
Okay.
And he said, "Here, put this one on instead."
It'll make the nuns laugh.
The nuns were not happy.
Oh.
First day.
First day.
He set you up the first day.
He set me up big time.
Man.
Did you
ever recover?
I think about 3 or 4 years ago, I finally.
You're finally over it? Have you contacted the nuns and apologized for wearing that? That it wasn't really your fault?
It toughened me up a little.
Did you get the strap?
No. Oh, yeah, it was a clip-on.
No, I mean, like, did they strap your hands?
Strap
Did
your hands?
they, like, hit you on the hands? Yes.
No, I don't remember.
Don't ever wear a
straps.
green tie again.
I remember rulers.
Oh, that's funny.
But never straps.
I always make my kids green, well, not green eggs and ham, but like green pancakes and green orange juice. And isn't that funny? Green orange juice.
Mmm.
Well, in Chicago,
that looks delicious.
The rivers that flow through Chicago, they dye them green on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, I'll bet they don't do that anymore. The EPA would have something to say about that.
They do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yellow headroom there.
All right.
But yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal for the Irish.
Yeah.
Irish are very proud people. We're very proud of our people, our heritage.
Are you trying to do an Irish accent?
That is an Irish accent. I am Irish.
I think I got some Irish in me, but I'm not going to try to
What are you, Glenn?
do an accent.
A German.
Oh, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Are you 100% German?
Back to my...
That makes sense.
It does.
What does that mean?
That can't
It's
be
not
a bad
negative.
thing. It's not very industrious people.
Yeah, very, engineers.
Barbarian-like.
No.
Very
Germans
serious.
are highly intelligent. They're very
Barbarians.
They're very good at, and they're great. The greatest engineers of, I'd say probably, if you believe that kind of stuff. So no, he's a great mind. I mean, that's what you think I meant. Like eats too much sauerkraut or something.
No, have you seen that video that talks about different things, different languages, and how French is so romantic sounding and all that, and then you get to German, it's like
Achtung. I don't know German at all.
like that's butterfly or something in German.
But back to my grandparents. Yeah, all 4 grandparents.
Were they Nazis?
No, they had gotten out by then.
Question.
Do you have any Nazis in your lineage?
I don't know. I was never a lineage follower. I know it's big for a lot of people.
Are you sympathetic to the Nazis in any way since you're German? No.
You better be careful.
That's such a tough thing. Who was it? Oh, a guy I know named Seth. This guy Seth, this is an interesting story. I think he's 28, 27, 29, 26. Young guy. Brilliant. From Fairbanks. At age 23, he owned 3 companies.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
What's his last name?
I don't know.
So how do you know him?
Known through politics. We got involved trying to oust Randy Reed.
Okay. This guy is he's brilliant. So he decided, after Aces, Seth Church, that's his name.
Yeah.
That I can't stick around here anymore. I mean, I'm a young man, and so he moved to North Dakota.
Yep.
Because Sarah Palin adopted a policy that kept us out of the oil boom.
Yeah.
So he decided to go to where the money was.
Oil boom goes everywhere else. Leaves Alaska,
and so
we continue to climb.
And now, of course, he's just doing incredible. But now he wants to come back. Now that we're actually beginning to
for business.
He better wait until November.
I know. That's what we said. I said, hey, if Walker wins, you're gonna have to stay in North or South Dakota. But listen to what he read. He wrote on his Facebook page. This is last night. It's easy to read history books and ask why people didn't do something about the Nazis sooner. It is convenient to think that if it happened today, things would be different. Unfortunately, the truth would be far different than you might hope. North Korea is treating its people similarly to how Hitler did. The jihadists, as brutal and quite possibly wider spread in all the frequent message of torture and death. The world is just as frightening as it was in 1943 for many. Yet once again, the rest of the world has shut its eyes. Now, there's some truth to that because, look, let's just be honest. If Iran could annihilate every Jewish citizen on the planet, they would do it tomorrow. The only reason they can't is because the United States of America is standing up to them. And we're still, even though we're a lot weaker thanks to our current commander-in-chief, we're still the deterrent, right?
If Israel's nukes, and I think they have around 200 is what is expected.
Yeah.
Those are not a deterrent, but we are.
Well, no, but part of the reason they have those nukes is because of us.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. Yeah. The historical relationship of America and Israel. I was just wondering now.
No. I think it's true. Look, one thing you can say about Israel, and I personally think there's a spiritual component to this, but one thing you can say about Israel is they just don't lose militarily. And even if the odds are against them, which they often are, this whole idea of this Iron Dome, the Palestinians shooting rocket after rocket after rocket, not one person killed yet. There have been several accounts, not in the mainstream media, but in the conservative media, of some of these rockets supernaturally, at the very last minute, just dying off. And I personally believe there's a supernatural component to that, but that's me. So, I'll admit, I think God's on Israel's side. I'm just going to come out and say it. I do. But the fact that Israel has been able to, it's in a bad neighborhood, that everybody wants them dead. And the United States has been there standing with them all these years. And that's part of the reason I think America's been so blessed.
Yeah.
The Bible says those who stand with Israel will be blessed, those who don't will be cursed. I believe there's something to that. And so, the idea that what's happening in the Middle East now and America gets weaker, evil gets stronger. That's what the Ron Paul folks don't get. As America gets weaker, evil gets stronger.
I would like to know what they want to do about ISIL and ISIS.
Who's they?
Whoever, the Ron Paul folks.
614, Fagan, Biegel, and Bonnie.
And ISIS.
Who's they?
Whoever, the Ron Paul folks.
614, Fagan, Biegel, and Bonnie.
Don't just sit there. Give them a call. 569-1080. Join the conversation. KOAN.
Here at the hospital, the focus is patient health. But as the administrator, my focus is patient information. Medical histories, lab results, millions of documents printed, scanned, and accessed.
With intelligent EcoSys printers and powerful MFPs like the 45-page per minute Task Alpha 4551 CI, plus customized apps and services, Kyocera helps you manage the many documents that matter.
At a hospital, every document is important.
Learn more at kyoceradocumentsolutions.com/US.
Royal Business Systems has been a leading provider of high-quality business technology and services since 1990. Royal Business Systems provides HP, Okidata, and Kyocera printers and MFPs, and support recognized throughout the industry as best in class. Come to Royal Business Systems for the total document solution you need to succeed in a competitive marketplace. Don't call 1-800-WHO-CARES. Call Royal Business Systems at 563-4118. That's 563-4118. Or visit us at akcopy.net.
Trail Boss Solutions is an Alaskan-owned, nationally recognized top 500 construction and remodel firm. From our handyman services to our award-winning kitchen design and remodel, Trail Boss Solutions is fully licensed, bonded, and insured, and has the experienced professionals to take your project from initial design through completion on time and on budget. Please visit us on the web at trailboss-solutions.com or contact Trail Boss Solutions direct at 646-1403.
Do you own your own business? Are you thinking about starting one? Are you an employee who wants to get the job done the right way and move up the corporate ladder? Well, this is the show for you. Innovation, technology, and professional business advice you can use. Listen to Getting Down to Business with David Weatherholt on Hot Talk KOAN 95.5 FM. Saturday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Your small business resource with advice you can use.
You're on with Fagan and Biegel in the morning. Give them a call, 569-1080. You're on with Fagan and Biegel in the morning on the Talk of the Valley, KVNT, 92.5 FM, 1020 AM.
All right, 6:17 is the time. Welcome back to the Fagan, Biegel, and Bonnie show. Glenn, you've seen the Ray Rice video.
Yeah.
Bonnie, you have not.
No.
For those who don't know, Ray Rice is a running back with the Baltimore Ravens who won the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Of course, Bonnie would know that. I didn't need to say that. And, you know, football's a very violent sport. Did you play football at all, Glenn, when you were a kid?
Well, you know, flag football. But, you know, whatever, where we had tackles, but we didn't have any pads on.
Gotcha. It's a contact sport. It's about territory. It's about, you know, strength. It's about speed. And there's just a lot of violence involved in it, but it's controlled violence, and I think it can be. I think it can actually be good. I'm not going to blame football for Ray Rice punching his girlfriend, but here's the gist of what happened. There's been video released of Ray Rice's girlfriend knocked out on the ground in an elevator opening, and Ray Rice is dragging her out of the elevator. And we don't really know what happened in the elevator. So,
you didn't see the part that?
No,
I
did. I did. I'm getting to that.
Okay.
So what the NFL did at that point, they suspended Ray Rice for 2 games because he said that she was drinking and she passed out, and that was his explanation at the time. Well, a new video surfaced just yesterday where you see them both getting into the elevator. The casino released it, and he just literally, and this is a big NFL football player, he just absolutely knocks her out with a punch to the face. I mean, she just flops down lifeless on the ground. And then, of course, they cut to the video of him dragging her out of the elevator. So she's out cold. Now, this is when they were engaged. For the life of me, someone please explain to me why she went ahead and married him anyway.
I don't get it.
I don't get that at all, but that's a whole different subject.
I have a theory, by the way.
I want to hear it in a minute, but I want to actually tell me your theory now.
Okay, my theory is she'd never been hit before.
Okay.
Never, by him.
Okay.
I think he probably hit other people, because usually you don't just start hitting people.
Okay.
But my guess is she'd never been hit before. She didn't expect it. She had no idea what was coming. And, you know, you look at the video, and from my understanding, I haven't been around abuse, but my understanding is when there's an abuser around, you're not trying to pick a fight with them. If you know that the other person could hit you, right? So
and she comes at him. Is what
well, actually, she slapped him.
Yeah.
Then he hit her. Then she comes after him as he goes across the elevator, and then he knocks her out.
Right.
And that was the sequence of events. She had no idea what was coming.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
Because if he had been punching her like that before,
she would not
have been cowered
yes, absolutely.
in the corner with her hands over her face.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. But that's not the point Bonnie's making is, what is the deal with her marrying the guy after he cold cocks her and knocks her out? That was your point, right, Bonnie?
I mean, I would be gone.
Yeah.
You're free.
So, and I don't know whether or not they would continue. I don't know whether or not these kind of things continue, or this is a one-time thing, or what. But anyway.
But why would you marry a guy?
Yeah, well, she maybe she'd been around abuse herself. I mean, I don't know a lot. I don't have a theory as to why, you know, other than the money, which is an obvious thing. You know, I mean, she's going to be a multi-millionaire wife.
Yeah, but if you're going to get knocked out physically.
He probably, you know, said, I'll never do it again, and
I'm
really
sure.
promised, and
but
I don't know. That wouldn't be enough for me.
Well, she had come out actually and apologized for her provoking him. What the original story was.
Which is typical of the domestic violent a person who's abused. I've interviewed many of them. And, you know, the Eva's Foundation, which is such a great organization, I've talked to the women who head that up. And what Eva's Foundation basically does is they seek out women who are physically abused. And these women just have lost all self-esteem. They literally feel as though they are completely worthless. And that's why they stay in these relationships. And what Eva Foundation does is they go and they get them hair salon appointments, and they get them new clothes, and they get them a makeover, and of course they keep them separate from their abuser. And all of a sudden the women begin to feel confident, and they begin to realize that they do deserve better than to be a punching bag.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the women that I've interviewed who went through that process will tell me that they literally had lost their will. They've lost, and you know, their children were involved. they had come to the conclusion that there was no other option but to sit here and take the abuse.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because for years I couldn't understand why any woman would stay, even some guy who verbally abuses his wife. I don't think if I were a woman I would even stay in that. But for certain, if he in any way physically hurt me as a woman, there's no way.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the mentality that a lot of these abusers go through. And so when she comes out and says, "Oh, it's my fault, I'm sorry," it's a classic example, isn't it?
Of a victim, right?
Well, it's all my fault.
Victim mentality, right?
I'm so worthless, and that's
Well, and he probably made her feel like it was her fault.
Well, he was totally calculating in what he did. Most of these abusers are, and that's what they'll tell you in counseling, that when you're in the situation where you're about to marry a guy, if he's in any way controlling, where are you going now? What are you going to do then? You need to call me. You're going to call me when you get there. Any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I am such a believer in the horrific consequences of when other human beings try to control other human beings. It's the complete opposite of freedom. We were created to be free. That's who we are at our core. That's when we are operating at our highest level, when we're free. And when other human beings, I don't care who they are, girlfriend, boyfriend, uncle, neighbor, friend, when they try to control you, when they try to manipulate you, they are not your friend.
Especially when you know freedom already. When you've already known freedom and it gets taken away from you, it chafes. You can't take it. I mean, I don't know how people... I don't know how they would get into it. I know, and I've known women who were abused, and some stayed and some just got out of there.
Yeah.
After the first or second time.
Right.
About the second time.
Yeah. Well, this is why people like Glenn, I think, are such great men. I'm so glad I'm not worried about women thinking about me, because I couldn't say half this stuff. But I think that women need to know that they're valuable. It has to start with their dad. It has to continue with their husbands. It's just a part of who they are. They have to know how important they are. Because the truth of the matter is they are. There is nothing that comes close to being as valuable to a man than to have a virtuous wife. I don't care that you can't even begin to pick a second on that. There's just nothing more valuable to that. What is it you say, Glenn? Women civilized men?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's so true.
Oh, yeah.
And to have, like your wife is just amazing. And to have a woman that is virtuous and is going to be in your life and put you first and you put her first, there's just nothing better than that. But women need to be told that. They need to know that. They need to understand that. So many women today in our culture believe they are worth nothing. That's why they show half their boobies. That's why they wear skirts up to their waist. Mm-hmm. That's why they sleep with anybody who compliments them, because they don't think they're worth a commitment. They don't think they're worth somebody who will actually give them their heart. The reality of the situation, they're worth that and more. If you knew how valuable you are as a woman to a man, you would demand nothing but everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when women live with guys, I don't get it. I don't mean to be being judgmental here. I just don't really understand it. You should not, as a woman, give a man your body unless he has given you everything. That's how valuable you are. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. He is completely sold out to you in a covenant relationship for the rest of his life. Nothing short of that should be required from a man before you give up your body.
It's not surprising, though. You go through school, and they do their sex education, and it's not like it's anything special to them, which is a huge problem, I think. I mean, they have kids 12 years, 11 years old. This was the surprising statistic. The same percentage of seniors when I went to high school who were having sex, which was not all that high, I think it was 10, 12%, are the same percentage of people now who are having sex in the 6th grade.
Ugh.
Exactly. Well, you think about how much pornography a person has to see by the time they're in the 6th grade in order to be able to have sex. I mean, that's just, it's outrageous. It's crazy. Oh, you know, what's sad to me, Dan, is most people will not know how a relationship between a man and a woman should be, because they're going to treat their wife like their friend, their male friends, or they're going to have her for, you know, certain things, but they're not going to share their life with them. They're not going to become one flesh. And my guess is most people can't imagine what it would be like to have that kind of a bond, and maybe they're just not strong enough to open up for it.
Well, and it absolutely does go back to the parental unit. You know, it's gone these days, and the fathers are not involved. They're not there half the time because the divorce rate is so high, and for the most part, they're with their moms. And how can you learn how a family's supposed to work that way? So I think you guys have touched on that before, you know, and a lot of it goes back to that. A lot of our problems and our issues these days culturally goes back to the father. Step it up, men.
Man up.
Man up.
569-1080, 569-1080. Fagan, Biegel, and Bonnie were broadcasting on KOAN.
KOAN.
KVNT.
KVNT.
There you know. Now you know the call letters. 569-1080. Big show today. A lot of good guests coming up. Stay with us, folks. A lot of good guests coming up. Stay with us, folks.
KOAN and Biegel. Weekday mornings from 6 to 9 a.m. on the Talk of the Valley, KVNT. Online at 1020kvnt.com.
This is Charles White with your Matsu Report. Anchorage Chief Financial Officer Lucinda Mahoney has resigned. She says she'll pursue entrepreneurial projects in the oil and gas industry. The CFO position will be filled interim basis by Kate Girard, who previously served in that position during Mayor Wirch's term. As Ann Kenda reports, it may be September, but it's already trick-or-treating season.
Several Anchorage and Eagle River neighborhoods held trick-or-treating this weekend, with hundreds of ghosts and princesses taking part. They got candy and also helped raise funds for children's hospitals and health charities. The trick-or-treat in the Heat event started in 2005 in honor of 5-year-old Ian Robbins, whose terminal leukemia prevented him from waiting until October to celebrate Halloween. Since then, summer trick-or-treating has raised a significant amount of money for kids whose health is in danger.
KVNT, the Talk of the Valley.
Mostly cloudy skies with a bit of rain for today, high 56. Cloudy with a brief shower for tonight, low 50. Cloudy with a passing shower Wednesday, high 56. Wednesday night, low 47. Thursday, clouds and sunshine with a shower in spots, high 62. Friday, high 59. If the Valley's talking, you hear it here. KVNT Valley News Talk 92.5 FM and 1020 AM.
At Amana, the Million Air heat exchanger found in all our gas furnaces is living up to its name and then some. The Million Air recently surpassed the 2 million cycle mark in our test facility, and it's still going strong. In fact, we're so confident in its reliability, Amana offers a lifetime unit replacement limited warranty to the original registered homeowner if the heat exchanger ever fails for as long as they own the home. For information on the Million Air warranty, contact Connect Heating LLC, your authorized Amana dealer. Amana lasts and lasts and lasts. Your local Amana experts are Knick Heating, LLC. Stay warm, shop smart, shop local. Choose the Amana experts right here in the Mat-Su. Look at the mountaintops. We know what's coming. The time to plan for your warm and comfortable winter is now. Visit KnickHeating.com. That's KnickHeating.com.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
A storage tank ruptured, and for miles, chemicals were pushing up against the riverbanks.
This was a big, big deal, and it was going to have a serious impact on communities up and down the river.
I remember the moment. This